Is it possible, and one of the things too, and we talked about an interactive website earlier, I wonder how many organizations are kind of on the down low that we don't really know what's out there and what the referral services could be for help. Maybe that's something to think about too. Yeah, George.
I'd like to see the city have some consideration for limiting fast food restaurants in every corner and lead us more towards a few sit-down nice restaurants rather than have to go to Marietta or Temecula.
You know, obviously that resonates with a lot of people here. One of the funny things about restaurants is, and I've been in economic development for many years, is in addition to being a city manager, the two sort of go hand in hand, is that what restaurants have always told me is that they follow rooftops. So it's kind of a catch-22 there, is that you try to have some sort of growth control, but restaurants can't make it if there's not enough rooftops to support them. So one of the things is we have to target those restaurants that you all and the rest of the community are actually going to patronize. So they're very cautious business folks. They won't go someplace if they think that there's a chance they might fail. So it is a catch-22. If you don't have more rooftops, then you're not going to get a whole lot more restaurants. And I don't know that that's what you want to do, is have a lot more. I can tell you're busting at the seams. Okay.
Let's have a cultural center. All the people will come and they'll love to sit down and have a great meal and a great restaurant, or a 3 or 4.
You like that idea?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you've had your hand up.
Just going back to what George was saying a while ago, is bringing in more businesses into the area. I went to a breakfast where it says that 11% of our residents work in Wildomar. In Temecula, by example, 33% of the residents work in Temecula. That's 22% of our members that are spending, are creating tax dollars for other cities as opposed to our own city. So attracting businesses that hire local residents, or attracting businesses that have jobs for local residents, would be very, very important.
All right, Wildomar is way upside down on job and sales tax leakage. The best communities have a strong underlying workforce base, and they work and shop right there. And the problem is twofold. When you work someplace else, you tend to shop where it was you just got off of work. So it's the double whammy for local businesses, and it's something really to think about. When you do shop here, it's a huge benefit to the whole community. Sir, yes sir, right back there.
I had to get this on the board before this. I would like to see Wildomar maintain its National Geographic features. That is an aggressive hilltop ordinance, canyons, the natural geographic features in the city maintained.
So you would support you support that? So you would support a hillside ordinance then?
Hillsides, canyons, natural geographic features. But yes, I would decide hillsides, hilltops, canyons, arroyos, that type of thing should be maintained so that the city is not completely, the character of the city is not changed over time.
It's not flattened out.
Over here. Yes, ma'am. Right there.
Going back to some of the things we've already talked about, our high school kids are required to have community service. We need to bring them in to the community and make them a part of it and have them doing things like cleaning up the graffiti, and that will create some positive peer pressure not to do those things, because I don't really think our senior citizens are out there doing graffiti. So it's the kids. So we need to get them on board with it, and we can use that for free.
Okay. Let's take just a little bit of a thought break just for a second here. There's some topics that haven't come up in any kind of specificity yet. What about the teen population and the services that are offered for teens? Does anybody have any thoughts on teens or youth that they want to share? How about right here, please?
I think that the things that are being brought up this morning are very positive, and we certainly need to consider them. But I would like to remind everybody that incorporation was successfully sold to Wildomar on the strength of no new taxes. And as you pointed out, almost everything here has a big price tag.
Let's try this gentleman right here.
This is my third time up, and I promise I won't get up again. But in regards to finances and the city beautification, it's important here to remember that a tree costs less than a cubic yard of concrete. And what we're trying to do is lessen the hard pavement, the hardscape of the city, and beautifying the city. It is not more expensive.
Okay? We go right here. Right there.
Yes, this is in regards to youth. So teenagers, I would like that there are more activities for youngsters. And to that effect, I would have a community service that is tied to the schools, but it goes beyond that. That there is some kind of involvement with the city council. Specifically, I like to tie in the connectivity of this gentleman, what John said about planting, because that is, my thought is one activity that could be done is, for example, planting trees. Planting trees, above all native trees, needs some thinking. And for example, for me it would be important that children, youth not only go and plant trees, but they need to know the caring of the trees, that they are attached to a nursery. And so in the nursery there are classes for even young children, the kids who are here. We know we have a preschool and they learn there the importance of seeds, planting, etc. So I know that they can be done from the time they're young children, and then when they're teenagers they can go out and plant. I would say, for example, in December, for the 21st, I don't know if that is the equinox of the solstice, but to have planting deciduous trees, beautify there has to be a master plan. Instead of planting crepe myrtles, I would plant sycamores. I would plant big trees that the live oak, the Engelmanni oak, that are native trees. Okay. And have a master plan so the kids can plant that and love the community. And then I would like to see recreational activities for teenagers too, that it's not just a bowling alley, but that they're, science, to bring science, a place maybe can be tied in with what someone said about a common space that is dedicated periodically to have children brought to the scene, that they are the main focus.
Okay, all right. Specifically, now we're taking that little break. Is there any other comments that you want to make on youth or teens? How about right here?
If you ask the kids...
Wait a second.
Oh.
Let's see, I don't want to get to any reverb here.
If you ask the kids, they want a skate park.
Kids, do you want a skate park?
The kids want a skate park.
The kids in front want one.
But,
water park. Right here.
One thing I've worked with before in Texas was a volunteer center. We get the kids busy, and you can pull it in whether you're interested in walking and getting exercise, biology. We need website. We need people who've got computer skills. It's a tremendous variety of things. Pulling the kids in, getting them interested, ties in with the education. There's a lot of opportunity.
Yep, get the kids involved.
Okay. How about in front?
There definitely is a need to have more activities for the youth as community service. The Historical Society started a cemetery project this last year, cleaning the markers, and we have had such a tremendous response, and they even called me during the summer to schedule another project on their own, and they're always asking me what else they can do to help.
Okay.